Chris Buckley. And I'm Wayne Healey, and this is HQ Xtra. What more can I say?
Oh yeah, boys, that's the way. Time for a good show. It's Healey and Bucko.
Wow, what a fantastic intro for that. Thank you very much, Daniel from Blendline TV. That is unreal. Welcome to HQ Extra. I'm Wayne Healey, and joining me, Chris Buckley, on this special edition of the National HQs from the Bend, South Australia. It's been run and won, and what a fantastic weekend.
What a weekend. It's just
Where do you start?
Where do you start, mate? We've got so much to talk about, so many things that happened. The racing was phenomenal, the place was phenomenal, the people were phenomenal, everything was just absolutely outstanding. And I just can't wait to get into it, Wayne.
Mate, a special thanks to Darren Jenkins and his family and all the crew behind at South Australia, Darren, and also Darryl Crouch and his family. Look, if I forgot someone, I'm sorry, but the whole fraternity in South Australia, you need to be applauded because it was an absolute fantastic weekend. We can't thank you enough. Thank you very much to Blendline TV and also South Australia HQ Racing for getting HQ Extra to be there, to be part of it, because we felt like that it was just one of the weekends that we could not miss. And
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
wow.
From everything, from, like you said, the track, the people, the dinner on Saturday night was fantastic, the atmosphere, and just an absolute cracker of a weekend. Mate.
I would say, put it this way, it's definitely the best Nationals I've ever been to.
And we didn't even race.
And we didn't race, no. I think it's probably better they didn't see us race.
Probably.
The quality of racing was pretty good. So
it was,
look, a special thank you to our sponsors as well. Without our sponsors, we can't do it. FLB Automotive Recruitment, Ready Strip, Hands On First Aid, Osborne Transport, and of course, behind the scenes, Blendline TV. Just a quick thing on Blendline TV. They've had 12,000 views on the Blendline TV Facebook page, just on the three things of the Nationals.
12,000.
12,000. Come on, you HQ
Extra
so
cool.
people. Let's get up there. Come on. But look, there was controversy. There was there was rivalries, there was everything. But you know, one thing about the weekend, it just proved that what we are doing now in HQ racing is not state versus state. It's now becoming mate versus mate.
But you were saying that all weekend, and
I
it's
was,
so
because-
true. I love
Mate,
it. I think it's a great thing.
You know,
and there's a lot of friendships being formed from HQ racing around Australia at the moment. It's,
absolutely. It's just, mate. I cannot, like I said, I cannot thank the people enough for their hospitality. All the drivers and all their families making time to talk to us, making us feel like we were part of their state and their team. Everywhere we went, we got thanks and to say thank you for what we're doing.
Support for what we're doing.
We can't do it without you guys racing. So again, to all the HQ fraternity out there around Australia, HQ Extra thanks you.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to cry. Don't worry.
No, you won't.
I won't cry.
There's a bit of emotion out there on the weekend, there wasn't there?
It was, mate.
Yeah.
It was. It was great. You know.
Our question for each driver just sort of brought out that little bit of
Yeah.
imagine if that
Yeah.
happened, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I'm proud to let everyone know that the show that comes out, the national show on Blendline TV and TV, will be a 1 hour. So instead of half hour. So, mate, jump on your Blendline TV's Facebook page and have a look at all the stuff that he's done. Some of the intros over the weekend, and some of the reviews that he's done. Daniel Beckinsale is
Out of this world.
Out of this world.
It
And
really
again,
was.
HQ Extra definitely can't do anything without that footage that he does. The professionalism that they've done over the weekend, it was unbelievable. And then they've got to put up with pelicans like us. So, but we're good pelicans.
We do our best, mate.
Yeah.
We
And
try.
Joel Heinrich, mate, you're going to be the only driver that wears a cricket box from now on. When I'm around, let me tell you, just quietly. We'll get to that later, maybe. Look, guys, we have a massive show. There's so much to do. With such short turnaround, we couldn't do everything and put everything on tonight. So we're going to do it over 2 weeks. So we're going to be back up again, and do it next week.
Next Tuesday, yep.
Next Tuesday. So this is like a part one, but we're still going to show everything. But next week we'll have a bit more content. Also, Rosalie Siddle. Rosalie Siddle, send us some photos. 585 to be exact.
That's
and
absolutely
she's
awesome.
passed them on to us and said we can use them. And let me tell you, the photos are fantastic. Again, we're not going to have a chance to put them on, but please look on Facebook Extra page.
I shared them today.
Yeah, we
They've
shared them
been
today.
on the
And
page.
also
so
have a look at the Facebook page because absolute dynamic pictures. Dynamic. So,
I'm
wow.
happy to share them for everyone for free, which is
Yeah.
fantastic. And she's been a long-time supporter of HQ Racing, mate. A very long time. So thank you very much, Rosalie.
Yeah. All right, mate.
Six-
So serious question.
64.
Serious question. Who was your pick for the weekend?
Mate, I always said it all the way along. I was going for Brett Osborne. I think with the preparation and the commitment he had to this national event, I thought he was going to do very well, and he did do very well. Unfortunately, not quite where he wanted to be, I'm sure. That came down to a couple of different things, but still great effort from him. Great weekend. I don't think, he obviously.
Mate, he's an out-and-out champion.
He certainly is.
He didn't walk away with the national trophy, but he was an out-and-out champion.
Mm.
Joel Heinrich, congratulations on winning the national title. We'll
Joel
start out.
was.
That was my pick. But he got me. The reward wasn't very good, very nice there, Joel. So.
And my dark horse was second.
Yes.
Yes. Middleton.
You had the second and third. I only had first. Crouchy let me down. But you know what? The one thing he didn't let me down on everything they did behind the scenes at South Australia. So
You see Crouchy start in the final.
yeah, he didn't go anywhere.
Stuck in first.
Yeah.
And you go on left. I can't believe it. No, I cannot
No,
believe
yeah.
no one hit him. It was.
Yeah.
It was. Oh my God! I hope there was some footage of it because it was. I'm sure there's some footage of it. It was.
Yeah.
It was quite amazing that he got through that without a scratch. So.
Oh, look, we've got so many things that were filmed over the weekend. We're only going to scratch the surface tonight. So we've got a handful of interviews to show you and a few things like that. But let's talk about entries. 59 entries in the national titles.
It's massive, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's
Unbelievable.
It's a great effort from all the guys, all the way around Australia. They came from just about everywhere.
Yep.
North, west, south, across the ditch, the whole lot. So
Yep.
it's a massive effort from all the guys, and it just produced some fantastic racing all weekend.
Now, that was the first time you've been at the Bend as well.
Absolutely.
How good is it?
How good is the Bend? I honestly, I've said it all weekend. I'll say it again. That the facility's absolutely second to none. I just couldn't believe. just walk into that place. You walk into the entry there, the foyer, and it's just like there's a Formula One car, there's Bathurst cars, there's Tirana, there's the Marlboro Big Banger. It's a cracking place, mate.
Go upstairs for a $19 brekkie, all you can eat. We knocked that off, didn't we? We give that a nudge.
We did give it a nudge.
We give it a nudge.
I actually did twice.
That's right.
Well, that's another story, guys.
Yes.
Anyway.
No, that's not another story. Someone snuck off without telling me. And
I didn't sneak off, mate. I didn't sneak off.
Just left me. You just left me.
I was just there. And I
hope the sausages were cold and the eggs.
I told you the story. I was looking. I just what was a bag of egg rolls. She goes, "Oh, there's a buffet upstairs. All you can eat, $19." And I didn't have my phone. I couldn't ring you.
And we we also introduced a new presenter to our show. She's going to come on and make cameo appearances all over the place. She's going to be part of the new HQ Xtra, and that's Bree Parker.
She did a great job.
She had a great job.
Very nervous, but
very nervous.
She killed it.
Don't worry, Bree. I'm not sure if it's going to be shown tonight, so don't panic.
Good to see.
Welcome to HQ Xtra as part of the team.
She's doing a good job.
Oh, massive thank you out to Darren Parker as well for carting all the gear for the gear.
All the way from here to Adelaide and back.
And back, yeah.
And
so
went out of his way, of course, and he's a gentleman, isn't he? He really is. His whole family, they're lovely, they're good people.
Yeah.
So.
We had a great Friday night.
Thank you very much, Darren. It was very good here.
Friday night. Friday night. Friday night, we had a great Friday night. We got there Thursday and it was just, we turned up and
we also need to thank the Queenslanders for looking after us.
Yeah, so the Andreski team, Joe Andreski, the Godfather and his crew, thanks for letting us, putting us up for one night on the Thursday night to the introduction dinner that we had over there. It was great to meet everyone. Then we went back to the Parkers, had a few quiet stories and a couple of ales, and then we went back.
You had a few quiet stories.
I've always got quiet stories.
Oh my God.
The Tuscany story, I think, one was pretty good. But, wow. So moving on, look, there's so much to talk to. Let's just talk about quickly, what was your highlight?
Mate, I've got to say, Joel Heinrich was dominant all weekend. He was just on point, did nothing, just didn't miss a beat. And he had some dramas too, let me tell you. He had gearbox problems and a few issues there but mate, that kid is unreal.
Mate,
he's a dead set champion. He deserves to win it. He fought hard all weekend. I don't think he lost a race, did he? I think he won every race he was in.
No.
I think he did.
We got the results here, so we'll be able to tell you. I'm pretty sure. Look, Joel Heinrich.
I think you'll find.
Joel Heinrich.
The producer's telling me, shaking his head. Yeah, he did.
Joel Heinrich and.
I knew I was right, Wayne.
Yeah, Joel Heinrich.
Yeah.
So,
mate, look, honestly, he was a highlight. He was definitely a standout, and to him and his old man, a credit to both of them. They put in the effort and they got the reward.
Speaking of the one of my highlights on the Saturday was actually Bruce Heinrich went from last to 6th in 5 laps.
Yep.
But the highlight for me was the overall whole weekend. But Phil Ashland, coming from 50th to finish 7th in the final when he had nothing but troubles all week.
Mate, if Phil Ashland had that motor and that setup from day dot,
he would have been right up there, mate. Right up there.
Massively different weekend.
There was someone looking over his shoulder and looking after him too.
Well, that's right.
What a great family, the Ashland family, and
they are,
and again, thank you for those guys just making us feel welcome every time we went near them and with a camera. To everyone, like I said, when we walked around with cameras and microphones, everyone was very accommodating. So again, thank you very much.
The other standout was our mate Otis. He was actually going very well. Most of the last race wasn't too good for him, but he was punching, mate, punching well above his weight, I think, there for a while, and well into the top 10, and haven't had a great weekend, I think, apart from the last race where. He also fell foul to the. I think we had a bit of a fuel problem there, mate. So we're going to discuss that a bit later on, but we'll get on with the question so people can start talking about. That does bring us to the question of the week.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah,
really?
It does,
because the amount of head gaskets that were done. Question of the week is: was fuel an issue at the Nationals? Because 30 head gaskets were done. So. And probably another controversial thing is...
Not only that, sorry to interrupt you, but
that's right,
cars catching on fire. When was the last time you seen... that has happened before, but it's not... It's very unusual. Look, I heard reports of at least 10 cars misfiring on left-hand corners. It's not a one-off, it's not an isolated case. There's 10 cars that are misfiring on left-hand corners. There's a reason for that. Yep. And the only common denominator is the fuel.
Fuel. So it could have been fuel there. I'm pretty sure everyone was buying fuel from there or the BP right near there. Look, I'm not pleased. Colin Roper, Gav Porteous, and all those guys that worked behind the scenes doing the scrutineering and all, not having to go on. They've done a fantastic job. They worked tirelessly. They checked every car. They were methodical. But one thing they didn't check, and that's fuel, and that was the biggest issue.
Yeah, okay. I can't argue with you.
Well, that's
I don't know.
I don't know. That's the nuts and bolts of it, isn't
I
it?
don't know if their checking would have found.
No. I'm not saying that.
If they checked the
no,
fuel, would have
I'm
found
not saying
foul.
that they would have checked, but
Yeah.
it was a big issue.
Absolutely.
But, and some of the things that really surprised me in that whole meeting was how quickly people can change a head and how quickly they can change gearboxes and clutches. Because
Motors.
let me tell you, and motors, because the turnaround was, you had a race, there was a two 5-lap race gap, then there was another race, and then, mate, you had literally half an hour between races. And if you called into that, if you had to back up and you done a head gasket, which 90% of the field did, right? Wow, it was just phenomenal how these guys work and how good the results came out. But yeah, 6 yes, okay, wow. So that's sort of like the question of the week. I wanted to point out one thing before we move on to some of the interviews that we caught up with, is that the top 6 cars, 5 different states.
Awesome, mate.
And that's
Absolutely
sensational.
awesome.
Sensational.
That is very good.
And,
It's a fantastic effort.
Credit to each and every guy. The Western Australia guys that come over from Western Australia bought 14 cars over there. Had an absolute ball. I felt like I was a Western Australian every time I went over near.
It was great fun. They're good fun guys. They really are. They really are. Yeah, I just seen that comment there from Ray Jardine, just quickly going back to the fuel issue in regard. He says, look, excess butane, cold weather blend, which they've had issues with before. So that might be part of the problem, I think. Because
I don't know how you fix that, if we can fix it or we just,
there is a way to fix it.
that weekend.
There is a way to fix it, and the people were talking about it on the Sunday after the race, is that you can buy drums of fuel, sealed, fresh fuel in 205 litres or 44, whatever you want to buy. You can buy it that way. It's still BP Ultimate, it's whatever you want to buy, you can buy it in a drum. And then you basically
that seals the goodness in.
That's right.
It does, it really does.
And then
actually, Benny Simpson pointed that out too.
You're guaranteed to get what you want or get what you. You can tune your car on it. You can bring it to the track. You can race on it. You know it's going to be okay. So something that's really quite ridiculous. The amount of head gases that were done and the amount of dramas and fires, and because there wasn't more than one car caught on fire. So.
All right, so let's move on and let's have a look at our intro for the weekend at the Bend.
Well, HQ National titles here at the Bend 2019, the biggest day on our calendar for HQ racing. Chris Buckley, what a fantastic facility this is.
Great place, mate, and we've had HQ drivers from all over the country, north, south, east and west, even from over Tasmania come for this event. There's a massive field, 58 cars I think all up in total. It's going to be one hell of a weekend.
Mate, 2 qualifying sessions, A and B, then 4 heats, 5 heats, 6 heats,
A
repechage and a final.
15-lap final around here is 75 k's. That's a bloody big race, mate. It's they want to make sure they got those things sorted out because I don't think they're all going to make it.
18 bends, 5 kilometre track, 2.30 is roughly 2.28, I should say, is the times they've been doing so in qualifying and racing. So, wow, this is on for young and old, isn't it?
Mate, and it's anyone's race, I think. There's at least 10 guys who could win this event, I think. And it's going to be, come Sunday, it's going to be interesting to see who's going to end up on top of that podium. Who's your pick?
My pick is definitely John Heinrich, the young champion here at the moment. Home track, he's done plenty of laps here. He's doing great things in other motorsports as well. Yeah. Definitely Joel Heinrich for me.
Yeah, well, I'm still sticking with Brett Osborne, mate. I think he can do this. So we'll come Sunday, we'll see.
Dark horse? Who's your dark horse?
Mate, I think I've said it before, but mine is young Andrew Magilton. Yeah, I think he's going to stick it to him a bit too. So
Magilton, yeah. I like. Look, don't write off the locals, but I'll tell you who has surprised us is Brandon Madden. So he's done a fantastic job already. So final not too far away. Yep. Anything can happen here at the Bend.
Well, there you go. Not a bad little intro there.
Not bad, mate.
We stepped up our game a little bit, haven't we? We're a little bit professional.
It's not us, mate. It's our, the man behind the scenes who makes us look very decent. Thanks, Daniel.
Yeah,
Great job, mate. Your work is unbelievable.
And again, thanks to all our sponsors there on the screen. So let's move on. We actually caught up with a couple of drivers. So let's.
We caught up with plenty of drivers.
We did over the weekend. Like I said, we're only scratching the surface today. So please bear with us. Like you said, we got back yesterday, so it's very hard to put the show together in less than 24 hours. So next week will be bigger and better. There's so many people to talk to. But we actually caught up with Joel Heinrich at the Bend. Joel Heinrich, mate, I've seen the frustration in your face right now. Even though you've pole position by 1/10, so you've done a great time of 2:28.1. Well done. Mate, the car was on stands and I believe you've done a gearbox.
Yeah, just the last few laps there. Starting to crunch into third gear and then a couple of times going back down through to second. It was stuck in third, so don't want that happening in the first race. So we threw a gearbox in it, didn't realise we didn't have quite that much time.
Mate, look, I'll let you go. Thank you for taking time. I know you're smiling. I know it's frustrating, but all the best for the race, eh?
Cool, thank you.
Cheers. There you go. Quick little interview there.
Yeah. Like I said, he had a few issues, but kept it all together and didn't miss a beat on the track.
Oh.
He was, and I have word. He actually had he bought his own fuel from their regular service station they use, and he had no issues.
So, well, there you go.
And also his old man Bruce, he was using their own fuel until the last race when they ran out, and they had to buy it from the service station.
And he had a problem.
He had problems.
Yep. There you go.
It basically tells you what there's definitely an issue there.
Unfortunately,
it's very unfortunate because
it could have been just a bad batch that they got.
Yeah,
I mean, you don't know.
But it's just, like I said, it's very unfortunate that it has to be happening to us now on this weekend because it could have been it was a fantastic weekend, but it could have been so much better.
It could have been
a lot less dramas for people, a lot less issues, and a lot less engine problems. And engine problems are expensive, mate.
Yeah. Well, you're not wrong. Well, let's look at the Heat 1 and with the results of Heat 1. And as you know, we had Joel Heinrich, Brett Osborne, and young Ryan Woods. It's a bit of a dark horse that you picked. That
did say
he flew under my radar. I didn't know that.
Well, I only first met or seen Ryan Woods a few weeks ago when I was down at Winton, and he's a standout there too. Like again, Andrew Majilton was just out of this world, but Woodsy was going fantastic down there. And as I said, not his car, and very new to HQ racing, so I think he's only going to get better.
And you got Michael Howlett from Western Australia and Otis Caldwell. Again, the top 6, right, were 5 different states. Dave Smith, leading the championship in South Australia, was up there too. And then Chris Mole also, like Scott Andreski from Queensland. Yep. I mean, it was open slaver for every single state. They all came, they all produced. Actually, I was got to say, Scotty Andreski, poor but he must have run over a black cat. He had nothing but bad luck on the Friday practice day and trying to get it right. And
he did.
He can drive. The kid can drive. And just the luck was not with him. Yeah. Brandon Madden. Well,
one of the races there before, I think he did a gearbox. He was actually running in third and right up there. So young Scott. So I'm sure he'll go away feeling pretty happy with the way he performed. Unfortunately, the car wasn't as good as he was, but yeah, that's motor racing, mate. It happens.
Oh, mate, it does. And actually, we caught up with Darren Pete from Western Australia after Heat 1. Yeah, we got
to grab him there.
That's all right. So, look, we're ready to go, ready to rock and roll.
We're down here in the pits with Darren Pete. Darren, you just went out there for that first race. How'd you go?
It's a bit slippery out there. Managed to make up half a dozen places or so. Lap time not too bad for where we were. It was pretty greasy.
Half a dozen spots. That's a good effort, mate. Well done.
A few of them spun off in front of me, so that made it a bit easier.
Are you getting your head around the bend though? That's the thing. It's a different track, isn't it?
I reckon by the last lap Sunday I'll have my head around it.
You'll be right.
I reckon I will.
Hey, what do you think of the facilities here? It's fantastic, isn't it?
Oh, mate, we come from a sporting car club in WA, and mate, this place here, look at it. It's unreal.
It is. It really
Unreal.
is unreal. So where'd you end up in that last race, mate?
14th, I think. 14th.
Yeah, well done.
Something like that. Yeah,
good job.
So
Car's going well, no problems?
problem every time we go out, but we'll just stay on top of it, keep topping everything up, and away we go.
That's HQ racing, mate.
Exactly. I accidentally got Lee Smith from South Australia with the car.
Yeah.
give him a little bit of a whack, twice.
Accidentally twice?
Oh, accidentally both times. Of course, he actually replaced the cylinder head gasket on my car yesterday afternoon. So I had to go down and say, sorry, mate. And he said, no, that's fine. You only broke an indicator. I was like, okay, cool.
It happens, mate. It is,
as
long as it's not intentional, which I'm sure it wasn't. So.
That's right. He said payback's a bitch, but who knows?
Well, mate, good luck for the rest of the weekend. It's fantastic weather here, and I think it's going to be a pretty special Nationals. So good luck, and hopefully everything goes well for you.
Yeah, South Australia have really turned it on for us this weekend. There's the facilities, the beautiful sunshine that we're used to. It's a good weekend, and very happy to be here.
I'm glad you mentioned that. South Australia really have turned it on for us HQ blokes this weekend, and it's a credit to the guys. They've put a lot of effort in, and the facility here obviously second to none. But there's also a lot of planning and work that goes into this. So congratulations to them and well done. And I'm sure most people are going to say the same thing. It's an awesome event. So.
Absolutely. 3 cheers for South Australia.
Thank you very much for your time.
No worries. Thank you.
That was his first ever interview.
Wow.
Darren, very nice guy too, mate. We had
Mr. Peach, you're a star.
he was a blue colour number 14 there in the footage, and we had a great little bit of a chat and a few beers with Darren on a Saturday night as well. So it was very good.
Like again, the Western Australia fraternity was
great.
Was very, very the hospitality was second to none. So thank you to the Western Australian guys as well.
Great bunch of guys and girls.
And girls, yes.
Yep. Otis Corbell from Tassie, he made the trip over with the Ashlands as well, and I think we had a bit of a
The Viking.
The Viking.
The Viking.
How could I forget? Did you see the referee's car?
Did you see it? Yeah, I loved it. He unveiled the roof of the car. It was
He
an
had it all
unveiling.
locked up.
There was an unveiling. Yes, it was.
He's been talking to our president.
Sensational. It was.
He's a character, a good, all-round good guy. If you looked at him, if you met him in the dark alley, you'd go, holy crap.
Oh, for sure.
But he's
he's a great guy.
He's a gentleman.
Oh, mate, he's got the worst legs you've ever seen, though, let me tell you. Scare kids away. Mate, wear jeans all the time, mate, please.
I think you've given him a complex, you know that, don't you?
Nah.
Oh, you have?
No, you can't give him a complex. He's just an out-and-out great guy. It's great. It was a pleasure to know the Otis Caldwells of the world, mate, because
absolutely.
that's what the world goes around with, guys like him that make sport and make friendships possible, because they're out-and-out great guys, and he's got a lovely partner as well. So, you know, and his dad. We got to meet his dad, and
great bloke.
Great, fantastic. Again, like I said, South Australia brought the best out in people, and we're really, really pleased that we were there, able to.
We did actually
to
catch
that.
up with Otis, so we're going to go there and check it out.
Otis, you in a talkative mood?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Mate, you're going very well out there. The car was flying. Obviously, we've got a little bit of a drama there.
Yeah, no, it's going well. Just blown a head gasket, so into a water jacket. It was the last lap, so it wasn't too bad. But
I was going to say it must be near the end of the race, because before that, the whole race you were having a great battle there with those other boys and flying. So
one of the best races I've been in, I reckon. But I've got the SADs on because my GoPro didn't catch any of it. So.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, Glenline TV got all of it, mate. So.
Well, that's brilliant. That was good.
You'll still see yourself on TV.
Well, that's what we're here for, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. We're just asking Chris Moore. He was on the back of that battle pack you had.
He was coming.
He was coming.
I was getting a bit concerned.
Yeah.
The pressure had been on the whole race, so I was like, not another one. Leave us alone.
Yeah, well, there was a good battle between you boys, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was good. Really good. Good hard racing. Yeah.
You said one of the best races you've ever had. So.
Yeah, it was. One of the most enjoyable.
I'm sure it'll be nice for you to watch back on the show, and things are going all right down here, hopefully, and we'll be back out there for the next race.
Yeah, we'll be ready for the next one.
He also took out best presented car.
Otis Caldwell.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
So congratulations on that, mate.
Yeah,
too.
congratulations,
I know you
mate.
put a lot of effort into making that thing look fantastic, so well done. I think you took it home pretty straight too, which is good.
Mate, guys just didn't have much luck in the final. He's just one of those guys that's it's a pleasure to have in our sport. You know, these young guys coming through. It's good to see that the
characters too. You need that.
Exactly right. All these like Andrew Magilton, Woods, Brandon Madden, Andreski, Otis Caldwell, Adam Butler from Western Australia. We haven't touched on him. How good is he, Mr. Whippy? And all these young guys.
Michael Howlett, he's a young fella
exactly
too.
Right. All these guys that have come through.
It's awesome, mate.
Unreal. It's just making our sport good. It's in good hands. The HQs are in good hands. Let me tell you. So that was good. Actually, we're walking through the pits and chatting to a lot of people, and you would have seen that on Facebook. If you have a look on Facebook on the HQ Xtra and also the Blendline TV, you'll see we've done the pit walk on the Friday afternoon after practice, and it was 45 minutes we walked through and got a chance to talk to everyone. But there was one car that really stood out.
I know what you're going to say.
It really stood out. The one car.
The finger?
The finger. Alfonsi's car, it is the Mad Max cop car look-alike in a HQ instead of a Ford. But the fan on the alternator had let go and he went straight through the bonnet. Never touched the thing.
It missed
everything.
The thing was still running, the belt was still on. Keep going.
And
but the result at the end is quite
how cool is his name, that?
Alfonsi.
Alfonsi, I love it.
But you know what? We said the Fons, but he actually prefers Alf.
Alf, he likes Alf,
likes
Alf. I don't know if that's
Alf,
Alf because he had a snoz like the Alf alien thing, the show or something. I don't know. I wasn't too.
That's your call.
Well, he's in Western Australia. He can't get to me here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We'll be back.
Unless we get over there, and HQ Xtra is dying to get to Western Australia. Make it happen, boys.
We're coming.
Right, we're coming. Speaking of that, let's go and have a look at that little bit of footage of Alfonsi's bonnet.
Something we don't see that often in HQ racing. Holes in the bonnet. This one's been caused by a alternator blade coming away from the alternator. The actual pulley stayed there, the belt stayed on, it missed all the hoses, and it's gone straight up through the bonnet. So that's quite a good job he's done.
Mate, see, this is what happens when you do cars up to make it look like a movie thing. This was the Mad Max cop car look-alike, but it was a Ford. But have a go at the rubbers. Hey, spared no expense here on the rubbers, protection that they got to have. The blade's gone, mate. He's
like
actually. This should be in the museum right beside it. Unbelievable. Look, but the car goes all right. He's having fun.
He finished the race. That's
he finished the race, and wow. So he lives to another day.
Mate, that's unreal.
Mate,
I think he raced all weekend like that.
Yeah, he did. Well, there's not much you really can do. You tap it down, put a bit of tape over it, but
I'm talking about the alternator. He just left it off.
Yeah, well, unless you put a new alternator, it's not. You're not going to find the fan, are you? It wasn't embedded in there. It was actually hit it.
You won't find the fan.
Righto. Settle down there, mate. Leave the funny stuff for me, all right?
Okay.
Okay. Let's move on and have a look at Heat 2, and Andrew Magilton and Bruce Heinrich are on the pole, and Bruce Heinrich second, and you had Brandon Madden and Andrew McLeod sitting behind them. That was on the starting grid for Heat 2, which is the B heat. And guess who come away with the win?
We know who came away with the win. Fantastic drive from Brandon Madden.
It was.
It was really good to watch.
Mr. 100%er.
Yeah. I told you the other day, but the boy's a racer. He just doesn't like to lose.
Mate, I don't know what he's doing great things in the car, but from what I heard, the guy's an absolute genius on a motorbike as well.
Mate, I've seen some footage of him, and I've been riding bikes my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
And anyone who can whip like that can ride a bike.
I can whip like that, but that's a different meaning of whipping for me. But anyway,
we're talking about your whips, Wade.
Darren Jenkins, South Australia, and Darryl Crouch finished third. And so McLeod and Magilton from Victoria, and Bradley Stromberg. Bradley from Queensland done well. The Butler, and Western Australia, and Adam Butler from Western Australia.
Yeah, and Jack Harrison was just there, not far out of it as well.
So again, a mixed bag again of states.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Phil Ashton had an issue. He was right back again. Poor Phil.
I really feel sorry for Phil because
he had dramas all week.
He's another guy, really an out racer as well, and he just struggled with the car all weekend until that last race. They finally got it right, and the thing was a rocket, mate.
And the two noticeables out of that was Neil Corey DNF'd. And Bruce Heinrich done a clutch up, a brand new clutch on the first bend.
I was speaking to him about it.
Brand new clutch.
It was actually not the first bend. I think it was the first lap.
Yeah.
But I was speaking to Bruce about that, and he said to me, he goes, "Look, they only changed it the week before as a precautionary, so it wouldn't be a problem."
Yeah.
And the thing's brand new, and it cost him big time, mate. He was just never back there after that. The points, the weekend of the Nationals is about accumulating points to get to the front, and that absolutely just.
The times are pretty quick too, like 2:29.9 wasn't that quick. Like actually qualifying was a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
Like I said, Magilton was had it, and then Joel Heinrich knocked him off by 1/10 of a second at the same, like I said. But he's always smiling, Joel. So, but you can tell he goes, I'm bloody frustrated. But he was smiling when I'm trying to interview him, and he done a gearbox in that, so he was frustrated. But he got the pole.
There was one race there that Joel was in. Second lap broke the lap record. Third lap broke the lap record. Lap record.
Oh, now you know how it feels, huh?
I'm catching it from you.
You got the Hollywood disease.
I'm catching it from you. And you know, he actually broke the lap record in the final as well. He did a 127, like a high 127, which is out of this world. No one's even come close to that.
Well, let's have a look. I'll give you the lap time.
127.
Let's have a look here. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so he did break the record of 227.8.
Sorry, 227.
Yeah, I mean, the qualifying like Andrew Magilton done a great time too. 228.2. Well, that's actually his qualifying time.
Yeah.
So he was right on the pace, but
look at Osborne. He was actually quicker than Magilton.
Oh, he was too.
He was.
He done a lap quicker.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he had issues as well with fuel in that last lap. So sometimes it was all right, and other laps he was getting a miss.
Yep. Yeah. Well, we'll get to the final.
Certainly cost him.
We'll get to the final. But we caught up. You know, look. Again, there was just so much to see. But you know what I like, and what I said, there was a lot of things that I liked about the weekend, and family is one of them, right?
Yep.
And I actually ran into a young gentleman called Tyler Davis.
Yep.
And you know, he's more excited about HQ racing than I think his dad is. And his dad's out there and having a go. Unfortunately, right towards the end there, you would have seen in the promo, his car caught fire. So
let's have a look what he's got to say.
Yeah, so it's one of those things where you know, he's sitting on the sideline and he wants to jump in the car and he's watching his dad. So, like I said, HQs are in good hands when you've got young guys like Tyler Davis. And I actually caught up with Tyler and had a word with him. Well, I'm here with young Tyler Davidson. Hello, mate. How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Looks like Dad's car's having a few dramas. Everything going all right?
Yeah, it's getting better. It wasn't very good yesterday, but got back out here. Went up about 4 spots this morning, so a lot better.
What seems to be the problem with the car at the moment?
Fuel issues going through the distributor, so yeah.
You're keen to get in the car yourself soon?
Yes, I'll be getting in next year. We've bought a car, so yeah, that will be coming up soon.
Mate, you're loving the Bend? It's a great little track, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, great big track, I should say.
Yeah, good track.
Well, there you go. Young Tyler Davidson, going to be in HQ next year. Look forward to the young guys coming through. South Australia at the Bend. Mate, there's the future right here.
That's another position there, so taking him up into 5th position.
I jumped the gun a bit there because actually that was after heat 3, so I put my producer in a bit of a spot there. I was actually supposed to go to Andrew Magilton, who had a few issues trying to get out for after heat 2
Before we go to that quickly, you'll see, well, you can't see the 2, but while we were there waiting for him to do it, he didn't want to be rude, so I haven't got time to talk, guys. I'm trying to get out there for the race. You can see, I don't know if you noticed it.
Oh, no, definitely. That's what I mean. They were so accommodating to us, even though they didn't have to be, and there's more on the line, but they took the time out and, like you said, true gentlemen come out and spoke to HQ Xtra. So thank you, Andrew, and all the crew for doing that, because I know what it means to them, because he was so close to knocking over the national champion. So
let's have a look, eh?
Let's have a look. I'm here with Andrew Magilton, mate. What a cracking race there. Engine here's just a bit of work on it. Done a head gasket as you came in.
Yeah, done a really good race. We've just done a head gasket right towards the end, so we're on in a couple of races' time, so hopefully we get it done in time. So it's we don't have much time, but we'll see if we make it or not.
Mate, I'm not sure what the next format is, because it's really close together. There's 2 races we've already had one race, one more's going out now. You're doing a head gasket. Hopefully you're not in the next one. Gives you a bit more time.
Yeah, no, I am in the next one. So
oh, you are? You already found out?
Yeah.
Okay, mate, like I said, but cracking race second. You've got to be happy with the way the car's going, because you had pole position until young Joel Heinrich took it off you.
Yeah, I was pretty happy with that. So, it was a really good race out there with those boys. So, I was having a good time. So, hopefully we get it back out there.
Mate, we haven't had a chance to catch up to you, but we've asked a lot of the drivers, what would it mean to you to win the national titles?
Oh, it mean a lot. yeah, I've been probably 5 or 6 years. I think I've been racing now, so yeah, would be pretty happy with it if it happened. But yeah, we'll see what happens. See what happens.
All right, mate. One race down, a couple more to go. Good luck for the rest of the weekend, and hopefully we'll see you on the podium.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you.
Cheers, mate. Oh, there you go, Andrew Magilton, and they've done a head gasket, and they're doing well to do it. Get it back on there.
Mate, he was under the pump there. He didn't show it,
No.
but he was under the pump.
No.
And apparently, I've just been told also he made it out with about 30 seconds to spare.
Mate, unbelievably, just got out there.
They're probably doing the headset saying, wish you guys would just...
Yeah, you know what, like I said, again, thank you to the Magilton family and the crew for letting us be part of that little section there, even though they had so much on the line. So again, thank you, mate. Look, the chatter's going off about the fuel.
Quite amazing, isn't it?
The fuels was a massive issue. Like I said, one batch of fuel can hurt 30 head gaskets. 30 head gaskets. I wish I owned the head gasket company. I would have made a fortune on the weekend. Absolute fortune. So
it's also, it is probably part of our problem because we don't have quality head gaskets anymore either.
So Ray Jardine, I spoke to a friend who's spent his whole career blending fuels for Caltex. Butane is added to the winter blends to help the cold start. It reduces the temp in which fuel evaporates in the EFI cars. It's not a problem, but but with a carby, warm weather and fuel boils in the carby. So there you go. So that's just a good insight there. Thank you, Ray Jardine, for letting us know that. Pedro says rules say pump fuel, not drum fuel. So, you know,
that's what I spoke about. It's like it's something we need to look at, mate.
Yeah.
Because it's inconsistent. You just can't. We can't. You know, it's not. It's a national title. You need to have a level playing field and realistically, it wrecked a lot of people's weekend.
Here's what happens when we go to Bathurst. When we used to go to Bathurst, you had to buy their fuel, all right, at the track.
Out of a drum.
Out of a drum.
Yep.
Okay, so basically, I think that the Nationals is where we turn around and say, right, you know what, we're going to get a tanker, a small one, that's going to pump the fuel. You've got to buy it from them. There's no ifs, buts, hows, whys and maybes. And they'll have a sample of what that fuel should be. So every car that comes out, if that sample is altered or changed in any way, shape or form, then
see you later.
You've got to have a variance in it, but you know, then it'll be a please explain, and you know, could be excluded from the week meeting.
Someone else just mentioned it early on, but you remember this. Remember last time we went to the 4-hour when we were all there with Junior?
Yep.
Same thing happened. We had all cars catching on fire, blowing
yes,
all over the place.
Yep.
Same issue.
I mean, look, it could be because they're an isolated track. But I don't know. It could be one of those things where, how do you know? I don't know.
I can't think you can blame isolated tracks.
You're fidgeting with your bloody phone again. You know that,
Hey?
You're fidgeting with your phone again.
I was trying to read some comments, mate. I was told to read some
I
comments.
just realised that you were trying to read some comments, and I was like, put your phone there. Well, look, like the Western Australia boys, Howlett, great racing with Otis Caldwell. Well, it wasn't that great, but anyway. No, it actually was great racing.
So another thing I noticed here also, which we haven't mentioned, which does need to be mentioned, young Joel Heinrich, that's his third national championship in the last 12 months.
Heinrich? He's only had 3 national titles.
Only in the last. That's what I'm saying. In the last 12 months, he's won 3 national titles. So,
mate, he's in. Look, and also too, by the way, Joel Heinrich runs. He's in Super 2s. He runs Aussie cars, Super 3s. He's in the Super 3s, and he could. You know, don't be. If there's people out there that want to sponsor him and get on his car as well, he's on this weekend. He's Sandown this weekend. So not only is he doing the HQ fraternity proud, he's jumping at S3. He's got a bit of sponsorship and a bit of backing from Osborne. So Osborne Transport, thank you very much for helping Joel out. That's a massive thing there. He's got a couple of other sponsors there, CR International, and obviously the Heinrichs are doing the thing. But you know what? If we can kick that kid some goals and help him out, if there's people out there that want to give him a hand and see him kick goals, give Joel a buzz and get him on Facebook or any way means. Talk to him and let's see if we can get him across the line in a bigger and better field. But just remember, Joel, never forget the HQs, mate.
He's definitely a talent, mate, and a nice young bloke too.
Yeah, so absolutely.
All the best to him.
Except for when he cock-whacked me. But anyway, it's all right. There'll be payback. That'll be on next week's show. We'll show that. Oh, well, you've probably already seen that anyway.
Yeah.
There's actually a penalty in that race quickly too.
There was
73.
73.
5-second penalty. What was this for? Jack Harrison.
Oh, yeah, Jack Harrison. I'm not sure what the penalty was. Oh, jumped the start.
Okay.
I think he jumped the start. And, yeah, so in Heat 3. To get moving on, we'll go to Heat 3 where Joel Heinrich again, his second start, Mr. 100%er won. And Brandon Madden second, Andrew Magilton. Now, we actually caught up with Brandon Madden because Brandon Madden hung on, but he blew a head gasket, I think with
Halfway through the last lap, I think.
No, it was before that. It was definitely before that. I think it was a good 2 laps. Maybe 2 laps. I think coming up with the checkered flag and he'd done 1 lap. I think the last lap. And look, when we talk about last lap, it's 18 corners, 5 Ks.
Yeah, I know.
It's not a bad effort. Oh, you let go. Sorry. Okay, there we go. So let's have a look at what Brandon Madden had to say after that race.
Well, that was an absolute exciting race. C race, which is the 3rd race of all the heats here. Brandon Madden, mate, after a first, now he's come second to Joel Heinrich. Mate, head let go with a lap to go, and he was making a hell of a racket, but you hold off for second spot. Congratulations and well done.
Yeah, no, he started to rattle about lap 3, and I tried to save Joel, but I just felt like it was not worth the risk of trying to beat him just for that race. I mean, he was going to probably gap me anyway, but I was like, at least I can hold off to 3rd place and just get it to the end. We can change the head gasket at the end of the race. So I knew I had to split. Like, there's nothing on this afternoon, so if I could change it this afternoon, I was good. So I held it, just feathered it the whole way through, and got to the last lap, and it let go. So I just fed it to the rest. So no, it was a good race, but it was good.
Mate, you've got to be obviously proud. Mate, you got your head around the track. You've had practice day, quali, 2 races. Obviously very confident coming into the Sunday.
Yeah, the car's on fire. So the likes of obviously Benny, Phoenix Engines at Gold Coast, he gets them cooking. So all the time we spend on the dyno with Scotty and Joe and all the boys, it makes it worth it when you come in. You can get a good result for the guys, so it makes it well worth it.
Well, good luck to you and your team Indrisky. Brandon Madden, wow. I didn't pick him from a dark horse. I might have to change my mind.
And welcome back. Yes, mate, I was wrong.
You were wrong.
I
I knew it was the last lap. I heard it.
Definitely. Did you see the finish there?
He was picking 2 laps out.
He was getting swept by Magilton and Woods, and he managed to hold on, but you could see the car just going backwards at a rate of knots.
Yeah.
Again, great job. South Australia, Queensland, Victoria, Tassie, Phil Ashton. Fished, Afflin, fished.
Laps 14 and 15, and he actually had a little bit of an off-track excursion through 14 and 15, trying that hard to keep it on because he had already blown the head gasket, trying to keep it on, and it sort of cost him a bit, but he just got there, mate. Just got there.
Yeah.
Sean Boland, I used the track fuel all weekend with no dramas until Sunday. We added 25 litres from the servo at the front, and it was not happy. And I can tell you now, Sean Boland, you're not the only one. Bruce Heinrich.
Bruce Heinrich mentioned about the Winton.
Same
thing. He said.
Yep.
He said that,
but I'm saying,
that when we had to use the Winton fuel caused heaps of drama. So it could be a bad batch. So here's where we need to get I don't know. Look, I'm not knocking the South Australian boys because let me tell you that is the best nationals I've ever went to.
100%.
It's not their. That's not their drama. It's not that. It's not that drama. No, so please, we're not trying to say or point the fingers at anyone or anything. But we need to do.
I'll point the finger. It was the BP servo at the front.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's what
and you know what? When you got a brand new track like that and you are showcasing such a fantastic facility. Look, like don't get me wrong, they had a Bowser there. You could have bought the fuel from them, but it's cheaper. This is the thing. It's you either buy the fuel there at the track and pay 30 cents a litre dearer, or go 200 metres up the road, or half a kilometre up the road to the BP, which is part of the facilities virtually as you drive in, and get 30 cents a litre cheaper for the same thing. Well, look, at the end of the day, obviously the 30 cents a litre hurt you. You went cheaper, and obviously you got cheap shit fuel. So, what do you do? It's one of those things, mate. Look, it's one of those things. So, we look a couple
Otis Corbell. I used track fuel and servo at the servo at the front and had problems all weekend.
Yeah, I mean, look, we haven't like Bruce Heinrich come. That was the race that Bruce Heinrich came from last and finished in sixth spot. Phil Ashton, again, finished up there and he had dramas. Darryl Crouch had dramas with his car too. He was my dark horse. Being local track knowledge, I thought he might, he's a great character, great guy too.
Him and Jenkins were flying in qualifying.
Mate, they were very, very clever. They worked together. They qualified very well. Let's put it that way.
Did you see the interview? I was talking to Crouch. Yeah. He was very politically correct in his reply to my comments.
And actually, not only that, he seen Osborne and he said, well, I'm not going to get him by the end of the straight, so I'll push him and get him up there because it helped him as well as much as it helped Osborne.
Yep.
But unfortunately, I think the way it worked out, I think Jenkins and Crouchy were 5th and 6th or 6th and 7th in the overall qualifying back then. But, mate, look, we haven't even mentioned Johnny Wise from Victoria, David Redgrove, Adam Butler from Western Australia had a shock. Michael Woodbridge, one of the guys I met, fantastic guy too.
Yeah, nice bloke.
Lovely guy.
Like
I said, the whole weekend was brilliant. And we're not even mentioning guys like that. Again, it's just 30 cars, 60 cars. It's hard to talk about every single car.
That's why we're going to do 2 shows.
That's why we're doing 2 shows. We're going to give it a vote.
We'll be back
okay,
next week.
so yeah, for sure. Like Stuart Kenny, David Lyons from South Australia. I mean, we didn't get to see him, and he was pretty close to us. And I believe he runs a saloon car as well. He goes well in the saloon car. So, oh wow, it was a big weekend. So again, can't thank our sponsors enough for helping us out and getting us there. So we can't do it without them. Moving on. Let's go to Heat 4. And on pole for Heat 4 was Brett Osborne and Darren Jenkins, followed by Andrew McLeod and Michael Howlett was the top 4. And David Smith and Bradley Stromberg in 5th and 6th. Brett Osborne walking away with that win.
Just quickly, sorry. I've got to say this. Ryan Davis, Mark Watkins from WA used fuel from the Shell in Talon Bend and had no fuel problems.
Wow. There you go.
It's a common denominator. The ones who had the problems all had the fuel from the same place.
The same place, yeah.
I know Pedro's got a drum of that fuel left in his car. It would be very interesting to have it tested and find out what is actually in it because I dare say it's not 98.
Okay, so Brandon Madden, we got fuel from the track all weekend and still had issues. So, yeah, mate,
that's after taking 4 degrees of timing out.
That's, exactly right. Yeah, exactly. And Sue Ashland. Welcome, Sue. Fantastic job that Sue does for the national HQ Nationals on the committee there. Sue, you're a great, valuable person for HQ Racing Nationals, so thank you. It's a shame about our president not even turning up. That's another story. Bit of a sore point for me. Look, I've got nothing against David Lingy at all. I think he's a nice guy and everything, but you're the president of the national body and you don't turn up for the weekend unless there was a damn good excuse, which I don't know if there was. Didn't even show up, so to me, got to go. Anyway, moving on. Get the politics out of the way. It's probably a bit hard. It's a bit harsh, but look, at the end of the day, everyone puts that massive effort in, and he's our national president. I just think it could have been there. Look, I apologise and out apologise if there was an issue. The reason why he couldn't come, but I don't know of any, and no one could tell me of any issues of why he wasn't there. To me, it's just someone, he needs to move on. So after that race, so you had Brett Osborne, Andrew McLeod, Bradley Stromberg. Well done, Brad, from Queensland, in that super hot pink car he calls red, but let me tell you, he's pink as.
He's a good fella.
Great fella. We have his shirt up there, if you can see in the background.
We give him heaps. We give you heaps, Brad, but we do really like you.
Come over this way. Look, Stromberg there, Bradley, number 23. Actually, Western Australia boys said they were going to give us a shirt. They forgot to give it to us. Send it over to us. We'll get details and we can have that up on the wall as well. So, well done. So moving on, we got Darren Jenkins. We caught up with Darren Jenkins after that heat because he got penalised for jumping the start. Let's have a look of what he had to say.
Oh, I got to yell at Darren because apparently he's had a bit of a tough day there, mate. Penalised 5 seconds for jumping the start. What happened there, mate? What's going on?
Well, obviously jumped the start. I don't think I did. I was rolling and I thought I'd stop before the light went off, but it's all good. Got to work hard tomorrow, that's all. It's good.
Yeah. Is the rule that if you stop before you go, you're okay? Or once the red light comes on and you actually move, you get penalised regardless?
And I spoke to the stewards and, you're allowed to move as long as you're stationary when the light goes out. But all good.
Mate, this is a massive weekend for you because being the president, you've had to set up this whole weekend as well, plus get in a car and race, and you've been very competitive. Obviously, you're having fun at the same time, but it's frustrating. Is it frustrating at the same time as well?
No, it's great. I'm loving it. It's good. Had 2 awesome races. Macca's given me a great drag each time, so it's and then got past him, so doesn't get any better than that. And both on the last lap and finished second, but penalised. But I hope that's more fun tomorrow.
Where to drop you to? How far down?
That took me to P8. So in that, and I think, I don't know, we'll have to look at the points tonight, but look, still in the top few. So look, the car's got good pace and it's handling pretty well. So if you got that, you can come from 20th and still, there's another race. Hopefully not in the repecharge, but a race and a 15-lap final. Plenty of time.
Yeah, well, mate, like you said, I hope there is not a repecharge because if we can get all the cars out there, then it gives everyone a time to change head gaskets up. Because today, mate, like I said, the head gasket company is absolutely on fire because there's got to be at least 20 head gaskets being done in the 4 races.
There has been. Look, that's HQs. It's always been the same. It's never changed. People don't learn. Fatten it up. Take some timing out of it. Sun's shining. The track's hot. Never changed, and it probably never will. More's not always better.
Mate, you've got to be pretty happy with 60 cars here. Mate, it would have been it's a fantastic thing.
Look, when we got all the entries in, we just were blown away, and they all got them in quick, and, I think they're all loving it, and why wouldn't you? Like, it's awesome. So, bring on tomorrow.
Well, that's it, mate. I love your attitude, and mate, you've done a fantastic setup for this weekend. Thank you for inviting HQ Xtra, mate. We appreciate you doing this, and good luck tomorrow. All the best, and remember what I say: if it ain't pinging, keep it singing.
No worries, mate. That's what I'll be doing tomorrow.
Cheers. Wow. Well, there you go, President. He's set up this whole weekend with obviously a lot of people helping him, but 60 cars here at the Nationals. What a great turnout! What a great day it's been. Can't wait till Sunday.
Good guy, eh?
Great guy.
Yeah.
Great guy.
Great guy.
I was lucky enough to meet him a couple of months earlier because of I went down there with the Osborns to check out the track and find out a few things. Look, the comments are going thick and fast. Like, thank you, Brad. Lingy had a conference he had to go to keep or lose his broker's license, so I'm not sure what that means. But okay, well, again, that's an excuse, and like I said, I apologise. But still, he's our national body. Got to be there. Toffee actually had said as the track has any HQs had any rounds at the bends with fuel issues, and Bruce answered that with a no. So, yeah, it's.
But he did say it has been cooler weather.
Yeah. So also we had Andrew McLeod. He tried both track fuel and servo out the front, and it had nothing but trouble. So there you go. So look, it seems to be. Unfortunately, it seems to be a common denominator, isn't it? So it's all coming down to the fuel. Unfortunately, it just wasn't good enough for the track day for our cars on that weekend. Again, we're running them on the edge. It's the Nationals. Everyone's doing their best to get every nth degree out of their car, and it is what it is. So I'm moving on. Actually, we caught up. There was probably one accident out of all the heats. After heat 4, there was just one accident, pretty much, out of all the cars. There were 60
It's a
cars.
very limited amount of damage. Like for a 60-car field on a track that a lot of people didn't know.
Yep.
Mate, it was
good driving.
Fantastic
like
driving
I said,
from everyone out there. It was really good to see. And
credit to all you guys.
It is a credit to all them all. And for that amount of racing to only have one really sort of, not a minor, but not a big incident. I think it's a
Derek Grisley.
Great job.
Derek Grisley was one of those guys that unfortunately was copped it, and we were lucky enough to have a quick word with Derek and to have a look at his damage and get his view on what actually happened in that race.
Derek Grisley, mate, that race unfortunately didn't end well for you.
No.
Lots of damage on the car.
Lots of damage, yeah.
Mate, sorry to hear. Can you fill us in what happened, please?
Oh, well, I'm pretty sure it's old mate over here. wanted to get past me, so they thought, give me a tap first. It was a decent tap to start with, which was earlier on in the lap. Come to the flip-flops. Knew I was going around there pretty hard as it was. It just pushed me off, basically. Just pushed me straight off the track. So after that, unfortunately, I spin out, and poor other buggers behind me, they get caught up in someone else's mess. That's not right. I feel sorry for them. I don't care about me. We can fix it, we can go again. And people like that are always going to exist, so you just got to put up with it and get on with it. Move on.
Decker, obviously, you can tell you're frustrated.
Oh, you're having a go, you know. You're having a go for once, trying to get up there, and we're going pretty good, holding our own. Just idiots like that, you know. There's plenty of straights here they can pass you on, and I'd gladly let them go. So to me, it's just ridiculous.
Mate,
We're here to race cars, not smash cars.
Yeah, I know. Look, it's part of racing, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's right.
These things happen. Unfortunately, you're in the wrong place at the wrong time, and I understand your frustration. Look, you got plenty of time to get it ready for tomorrow.
Yeah,
hopefully,
yeah.
Hopefully everything goes well and it gets better for you.
Yeah, yeah. Plenty of people to help me too, which is great.
Yeah. Well, Decker, thanks for spending time with us, mate. And
No
I know
worries.
you got plenty of work to do, so we'll let you go.
All right, mate. See ya.
Oh wow, well, there you go. McGarrigle has come together with Derek Risley, and I believe Kennedy's part of the incident, part of the damage as well. Unfortunately, that is racing. That is HQ racing. This is the Nationals. What more can I say? Well, there you go. And unfortunately, Evan Kennedy from New South Wales put his hand up. He said, mate, it was out and out my fault. He went up to apologise.
Did you see the footage?
I did see the footage.
Do you think it was Evan's fault?
I
I think he hit him after it.
Yeah, it's hard to say because I think he bumped him a few times before. Going by what Derek Risley said, he had a couple of taps, and so, you know, like. But he said Evan put his hand up and said it was his fault. So I've got to go with that.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So, what do? You just it is what it is, and right. That is HQ racing, and here we go. We got
we're gonna have a look again.
Bit of the footage here.
Well, there's Evan up in front.
There's Evan.
He goes to the inside, and
so who's the?
Oh yeah, okay.
Yep, he did get him, and then unfortunately, bang, McGarrigle went round, and
done.
So,
well, and like you said, at least he put his hand up.
Put his hand up. Look, Evan Kennedy's only been racing lightly.
Fourth time out of the track, or fourth race meeting.
And he'll get big. He'll get better. He'll understand it.
And I've got to say, I can assure you, mate, it would be so unintentional. The guy's a gentle giant and a nice bloke. So
yeah.
Unfortunately, no one can help. No one wants to have damage like that, but yeah, I'm sure he is very sorry.
Again, thank you very much, everyone, for jumping on board tonight. Our numbers have been absolutely fantastic.
There's a lot of good footage out there too, and
let me tell you.
I haven't mentioned that there is going to be a limited edition.
The limited edition? No, I don't think it's going to be limited because we want to sell as many.
Edition, so we give
oh, okay. Oh, sorry. Okay, sorry. Limited edition DVD from Blendline TV,
and it will have everything.
And it'll have everything.
Every race,
the qualifying, the heats, 6 heats, the repechage, the final, the interviews,
pit lane stuff,
the whole lot. It's and it'll be on sale for $25. And yes, we can sign the inside if you like. Put a bit of added value to it. We'll put a HQ extra signature on a blend line. On a blend line.
Devalue it.
Yeah. Let me tell you, what you've seen tonight, all the footage and all the intros and outros, Blendline TV and all his crew, to Liz, to Daniel, to Travis there, fantastic job. Thank you very much for all your help.
Thanks for putting up with us. Thanks for accommodating us. Thanks for feeding us. Thanks for looking after us.
South Australia, to all the races. This is part 1 of HQ Extra, the special episode. We have got so much more to do. Again, thank you very much to our sponsors, Hands On First Aid, Ready Strip, FLB, Automotive Recruitment, Osborne Transport, and like I said, once again, a massive thank you to Blendline TV. Guys.
And thanks everyone for tuning in tonight. We've had fantastic numbers all night. It's been
yes.
One of our
please like
bigger
and share.
shows, obviously.
Please like and share every time you jump on. Like and share. Let's get it out there. Let's get HQs to be up there. One of the main racing spots that people want to come and see on the calendar.
we've got so much to talk about next week as well. So we'll back up, do another show. We'll do the repechage. We've got another couple of heats, the repechage and the final to go through. We've got a heap of interviews that we'll put together and put it out there. The show will probably go for about an hour and a bit again next week because we've got so much to talk about. We might even hopefully we'll have Greg King on the show, Greg King, and we might even get a fuel test done on how they do a fuel test here and show you what that actually happens and see what we can come up with there.
Pedro, if you're watching, that general fuel you got.
Yep, grab that. Yeah, keep that fuel.
Don't put it in the lawnmower.
Yep,
or
exactly. We
white
would love
Xtra.
to test it and give it a go. Once again, thank you for all your comments. Thank you for being part of HQ Extra Special Edition National Show. I thank you. I just can't thank everyone enough. I'm loving this, enjoying it. Again, if you want HQ Extra to come to your state, please get in contact with us. There's still plenty of racing to go. Victoria's got 3 rounds. Tassie's got a round. Western Australia got rounds. South Australia got rounds. And there's 1 round to go in New South Wales. We'll be there because we're here. But we would love to come to your state and cover this. We love what we do. We love the friendships that we've made. And we want HQ Extra to live on and go forever.
Absolutely.
So after all that, and I've rambled on that much, it's not funny, we have a saying, and it was funny how a lot of people knew that saying.
A lot didn't as well, though.
A lot of didn't know, that's right. But,
what was that one? Robin's Racing.
Robin's Racing, yeah. 20
Not
bucks.
quite.
20 bucks is 20
20
bucks. Yeah, but like we like to say, if it ain't pinging,
keep it singing.